you ever wonder when you have visitors over if they've ever taken a peek inside your medicine cabinet? It's a pretty private part of your life. You wouldn't want a stranger poking around in here. Could be embarrassing. We found out what thousands of people keep in their medicine cabinets thanks to a big oops by this local pharmacy. Now it may be embarrassed by this report as it faces the possibility of a huge federal fine. A tip to the 9 Wants to Know office led us to this dumpster we found unlocked, wide open.
There's stacks of this stuff in here.
And full of numerous unshredded documents.
Look at that. Stacks of it.
The documents even say this report contains confidential and protected health information. They contain thousands of patient names, home addresses, and corresponding prescriptions. We estimate at least 5,000 people have their private records in here.
You're on?
Employees from Cornell Pharmacy came out.
My name is Jeremy Hohola. I'm an investigative reporter with 9 News.
And we're more concerned about our camera rather than what was left in their dumpster.
We're doing a story, possibly, about how there's a lot of patient information.
Eventually, the employees left without a comment and left the documents exposed in the dumpster. So we took them to investigate further. We called one of the thousands of names in the paperwork.
Your name was in there, and it has your address and what you were prescribed, and...
God,
Yeah.
I am just furious.
Pamela Carter didn't like the news.
Really violated because I had trusted them for so long.
I mean, essentially it's currency, and that's something that they have got to take responsibility for.
Identity theft expert John Cilio says there's plenty of damaging info in the documents. He says a con artist could have used it to play doctor to get even more info from victims.
Your Lipitor, we just refilled that prescription, and we noticed that your social security number was missing from your file. Can we get that from you? Well, of course, it sounds exactly like it's the doctor's office.
These can be very significant fines that entities face.
Leon Rodriguez is the head of the federal agency that enforces the patient privacy law known as HIPAA. The law requires clinics, pharmacies, and hospitals to take extraordinary care of patient information, which can include shredding sensitive documents. Rodriguez will not confirm or deny that his office is investigating Cornell Pharmacy. We did ask if what we found in the dumpster could be a federal violation.
That's clearly something that we view as a violation, something for which, depending on the circumstances, we might impose significant monetary penalties.
His Rite Aid is in Louisville.
After a similar investigation done by the NBC station in Indianapolis, Rite Aid was hit with $1 million fine. As for Cornell Pharmacy, they're not speaking on camera. The pharmacy sent us a statement through its attorney who said failing to shred the documents was inadvertent. Cornell also said someone cut the lock off the dumpster. Waste Management says that type of security is not designed to keep trash secure. Locks are provided to keep third parties from dumping into our customer containers, not to secure materials. In the meantime, Cornell Pharmacy promises it's 100% committed to protecting private information from getting into the wrong hands.
People who use street drugs would love to get their hands on that. I think it makes us vulnerable.
And as for the patients whose names we've found in these documents, it's likely Cornell Pharmacy will have to notify all of them. Under the law, the company has been given access to these documents, so that could happen.
Eric. Wow, and you and I were talking. There's a lot of stuff in here. 20 to 25 pounds worth of stuff.
Lots of paperwork.
Yeah. I think a lot of our viewers, me included, want to know next time we go to our hospital or pharmacy, how can we make sure that our records won't end up like this?
Good question. I mean, your private information should be treated as well as you are.
Right.
When you go to the hospital or a pharmacy, it's all about trust.
Right.
But when you start asking questions about how your patient info is treated, you start to raise awareness within that facility or that agency, according to our identity theft expert, John Cilio. So you kind of prompt that culture of awareness within that company.
Yeah, well, some good advice. All right, thanks a lot, Jeremy.
And we're going to shred these, by the way, pretty immediately.
Immediately. All right, thanks.